YouTube, Halo Guy here. Today I'm going to be going over a quick update given by Sketch about the current issues surrounding BTB. I'll have a link to his actual post in the description down below so you can go check it out and read it over yourself. But for now, let's dive in. Now, before going into BTB, Sketch starts off by acknowledging that the community is wanting some sort of roadmap for the content throughout the coming months and assures us that this will be coming at some point, but doesn't say when, so hopefully that'll be sooner rather than later. He then says that it will take some time to flesh out, but again ensures us that it's on the way and that they don't want to rush it so that it is as accurate as possible. We then go into some clarification around the BTB issues. Sketch says, "We've been dealing with some frustrating issues with BTB nearly since launch, and despite a few attempts at solving and mitigating before the holiday break, we were not able to get this fixed. While BTB has remained playable, there are matchmaking issues that increase with more players and larger fire teams have a low chance of successfully joining into a game together." Personally, I've not played BTB for months, as anytime I have, I've been stuck at the black screen, given low player counts, or stuck on an infinite loop of clicking OK for a warning message. So it has been very frustrating. Luckily for me, I'm not the biggest BTB fan anyway, so it doesn't really affect me too much, but it is still frustrating when I get a BTB challenge that I'm forced to spend my very limited challenge swaps on, since just getting into a functioning game is a challenge in of itself. A strike force has apparently been hard at work over the Christmas period, and they believe that they have a fix ready for the core issue. They've done quality assessments and it's looking very positive, as they aren't getting the issues when using their build with the new patch. Whether it works through online is a different story, however, as we all remember the launch of MCC. I'm sure they've done plenty of testing internally for that game, so we'll just have to wait and see. Sketch goes on to say that they will be continuing the testing process and move on to the certification process as they prepare for the patch to be released. They aren't confident to give a date for the patch, but their goal is to release it as soon as possible, while ensuring it doesn't break something else unintended to be affected. He does say that it won't be the current week, but the hope is that it won't be too much further out and we will be getting an update as soon as they have a release date in mind. So hopefully BTB will be fixed sometime next week. That's my personal hope, but I know it could be closer to 2 weeks out if this patch they have in the works ends up breaking something else, so I've got my fingers crossed that it will be working as intended and will release next week. Now, with BTB out of the way, Sketch goes on to briefly talk about the patch plan for mid-February. We know there are a number of other topics you're eager to hear about, including some issues with instances of cheating. The team has been working on a patch for mid-February that looks to address this and other things, and we'll have more details to come as we get closer to release. We are actively triaging and still working to get as much as we can into this February update, while still ensuring no negative impacts or regressions to other parts of the game. For now, we are opting to slipstream the BTB fixes given the broad scope of impact on all players. That's not to say issues like cheating or wonkiness with the ranked experience aren't important, but they have other dependencies and are on a bit longer timeline than this BTB fix, which is nearly ready to go. So it sounds like the issue surrounding cheating is going to be solved, but we're still 5 weeks out from that, which is a bit disappointing for me, to be honest. The game has had cheaters since a couple weeks from launch, and it's turning a lot of people, including myself, away from even touching ranked. There's even been instances of actual professional players using wall hacks, which is just ridiculous and should not be happening with a AAA competitive title. And I feel as though an anti-cheat system should have been in place from the very start of the game's launch, but it wasn't, and there's nothing we can do about it now. All that can be done is wait for the February patch and try and deal with it until then. Keep giving feedback and suggestions to Free4Free and hope that the game's cheating is fixed by mid-February like Sketch says. But that's all from me. Like the video if you enjoyed, it helps the channel out a ton. Subscribe with notifications if you haven't already to stay up to date with all my latest videos as soon as they go live. I'll be covering all Halo news, big or small, so you'll want to keep up with the channel. I've also got my Twitter in the description, so be sure to go follow me on there. Make sure you comment down below with your thoughts and opinions on the update, as it helps the algorithm recommend my content to others. I'd like to thank you all for watching till the end. I really appreciate it. I'll see you guys next time, and have a good one.